Today is the first day that I fell on this bike. I'm not very happy about it, but it is what it is. Luckily, I fell at a stop, so the fall was not very serious. The side mirror of the bike just scratched a little bit, but I was completely fine. The bike too was completely fine. I started at Computer Village at Ikeja. I decided to just ride around a little bit before I start heading home. Moving from a car to a motorcycle has made me realize that a lot of roads in Lagos are really bumpy. Even though they are tarred, they are really bumpy. They have a lot of dents, a lot of dips, and a lot of raised surfaces. You might not really be able to tell in a car or on a bike, especially when you're riding. It's quite obvious. You feel almost every bump, every imperfection in the road. Today is Saturday. That's why the road seems a little bit free. Normally it's usually blocked on both sides, man. This place is really a nightmare. Nowadays riding in traffic is quite easy for me. When I started it was really hard, man. I used to try and keep the bike steady, make sure that I don't scratch anybody's car, blah blah blah, but now it's much easier. This last month official opened the road for me. Believe it or not, this last mile rider was a very rough rider. You won't expect a last mile official to be riding that rough. I need to get used to adjusting my side mirrors while I'm riding. I know I'm supposed to do it before I start riding, but sometimes I forget, and then sometimes, even though I do it before I ride, when you start riding you realize that the position is a little bit off, so you still have to adjust it a little bit. But adjusting the mirror with one hand and riding with one hand it's quite tricky, something you have to get used to. So when I was talking about bumpy roads in Lagos, this is a background I had in mind. It's a long stretch of road that's very bumpy. Ideally it's supposed to be an enjoyable ride, but you have to ride at a decent speed so you can see the bumps, you can see where to pass and all that. If you notice, my bike doesn't show gear 2. I don't know why. I asked ChatGPT. It said that it's most likely a faulty gear positioning sensor or a dirty gear positioning sensor. So it either has to be cleaned or replaced. So that's the next thing I need to do on this bike. But if you ride a Gixxer, a Suzuki or whatever, and you know what the issue is, please let me know in the comment section. If it's maybe something I can just do by myself, or I need to take it to like a mechanic to sort it out. It rides smoothly. It doesn't have any issues shifting into gear 2. It doesn't have any issues shifting out of gear 2. The only thing is that it doesn't show the number 2 on the dashboard. So now the road is a little bit smooth, a little bit better. That's why I can pick up my speed. But you have to drop it again not too long because of the bumpy road. Man, I really enjoy riding. It's just a very therapeutic way of transporting yourself. A normal drive in a car that would take maybe 30 minutes, 40 minutes, will take a fraction of the time with a bike, maybe like less than 10 minutes. Whether there's traffic, whether there's no traffic, it's just a much more efficient way to travel. So this is Upper Accra Road in Lagos. It's one of the roads in Lagos with the highest number of banks. On this road there are even some banks that have 2 branches. But I think we've really calmed down now. Some banks have left or so, but a while ago, like 2-3 years ago, there used to be a lot of banks on this road. The only thing I hate now, or the only thing I don't like, one of the things I don't like riding is just riding near trailers, in front of trailers, beside trailers. I just don't like it, man. Behind trailers, I don't like it. And when you're behind them, they kick up a lot of dust. When you're beside them, you have to deal with the exhaust fumes and all of that. And then when you're in front of them, you don't know if their brakes are working, you don't know if they can see you. They're always looking bad, blah blah blah. When I say trailer, I either let it pass or I try my best to pass it as quickly in a very, as quickly as possible. A lot of times when I'm riding, man, I won't lie. Sometimes I feel like riding like a kadama. Like now I could have easily passed one way, just past one way and come out in front. But man, it's just too risky. I shouldn't make that a habit. I didn't even let that thought cross my mind. I should just try and continue riding, properly. Man, the bike stalled today like no man's business. Although this is the first time I think it was going to stall, but later on it stalled like maybe 8 more times, man. I was like, what's going on today? When I'm riding, there are a lot of times I feel I can pass a particular place. Like now, I've easily passed, the car, but I'm always thinking, this car might want to turn, might want to do this, might want to do that, maybe the passenger wants to calm down. So I always just try to give the car some sort of space before I decide to start moving. So this is where I fell. Initially I was trying to go right, and then I changed my mind last minute to go left, and then I thought this truck was going to stop, but he didn't stop, so I had to stop, and the stop was rather violent. So after I fell, I picked up my water, I checked the bike a little bit, and then I continued riding. It was quite embarrassing, man. All the people have been passing, everybody was not looking at me, blah blah blah. But who gives a shit, man? So when the bike fell, because I think the side mirror is kind of connected to the throttle handle or so, the throttle handle kind of turned a bit, and I didn't turn it back until much later. So because of the position of the throttle, and I was wearing gloves, I couldn't really tell, I wasn't used to this positioning. So then the bike stalled like no man's business. It stalled like 8 times in traffic ahead. It was quite embarrassing. Man, all this while I was just thinking in my head like, why did I fall? Why did I fall? Why didn't I have a little bit of patience? Because in my opinion, that fall was 100% my fault. If I'd waited, for that truck to pass, I would have stopped correctly. But I was thinking I could pass. I thought the keke was going to go. I didn't know the truck was not going to stop. So last minute I just decided to stop. It's still better than continuing and trying and then getting hit by the truck. I also need to get crash sliders for the bike, just in case I drop it another time, so it doesn't affect the paint job or anything. I also need to get a bike cover to cover the bike when it's parked. Alright, so I'm going to keep quiet here and allow you to enjoy the rest of the video. But keep in mind that the reason why the bike kept going off was because the throttle body had shifted. So when I'm close to the end of the throttle, I didn't know because the body had shifted, and that's why the bike kept going off. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and drop a comment in the comment section below.
Hello.